Most people fall in love quite a few times in their lives.
Well then, how can you tell when you're really in love? Really?
Yeah, so can we talk about the glory hole, or is that like...
No, just know stuff gets wicked around here.
Nah, so that's like off topic.
Hey.
So I'm going to go around and talk to my friends and ask them how they're doing.
What it do, man? It's Brewski.
G-Shmoney. Talk to me, Jimmy. How you doing right now?
I've been cooling, fam. Just working, trying to be better man every day, you know?
Yeah, my boy Martin, some martini.
Gabriel, Jiggaman Jabe. Yeah.
So tell me, Brewski, how do you feel about where you're like currently at in life?
I would say I would say a question mark. Very unknown and very confused.
Honestly, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Not like insane, but pretty good. Like I'm not doing horrible, but I'm not doing like insane.
I feel like I'm in a good place now for every day. Definitely, I see the potential in myself to keep on going, keep growing, keep pushing. I feel like I'm doing really good for my age, you know, about to pay off my whip.
Hell yeah.
Keep stacking money, keep building my credit, keep, you know, moving forward towards the future. Definitely, for sure.
I'm happy where I am. Like, I'm very grateful for like everything I have and like where I've been able to come. Of course, like I was just saying, it's one of like the most stressful parts of life at the moment. A lot of stuff going on, but I mean, like it's good because it's busy. It keeps me busy and it keeps me going. So, you know, I don't have a lot to complain about, but it's just a lot that's getting thrown at me at once. So, you know, it's a lot to deal with, but I'm happy that I'm finally here and I'm like excited to finish too.
Man, I feel good. I feel light. I mean, I'm alive, so that's the most important thing.
Always a blessing.
Literally, people be dying every day. So
To me, that sounds like you almost want to say like you wish you like. Do you wish you had more or something like that?
Not really, because I feel like I've done a lot considering my age. Or at least I try to do a lot. Like try to get at least like try stuff out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like right now at this moment, I'm doing good in life. Like money wise, everything. Like I feel like I'm doing good, but it can always be better.
So exactly. So you're just looking, always still like pushing forward, looking for more.
Always to do better, but
yeah. So then, how do you?
I'm not mad at where I'm at right now.
Okay.
But definitely don't want to stay here.
What is the main thing you want to work on currently? Like about yourself?
Myself, definitely my health, but I feel like I already started putting towards that point. It's kind of already doing it, you know, showing more emotion, you know, trying to open up a little bit, like we started talking about a little bit before.
Yeah. Now I feel like that's what I talked about in the intro to this. I was talking about how even though some people, not saying that anybody has ever said this to me, but I said that I feel like people might look at me as less of a man because I'm a man that opens up. Like, I'm not scared to talk about how I feel. Obviously, I'm not just gonna sit here and tell everybody, oh, I'm depressed or this and that. Like, I just personally have my few people that I know I can talk to about my problems and that I'm open about my problems with. What are you looking forward most to right now?
this job that I got lined up. I just need to lock in. Hopefully, you know, the background comes up all good and whatnot. You know what I mean? And I get the job because I locked in the interview. Like he deadass said, something along the lines of like, oh, I want to skip these HR questions because I like your attitude and your work ethic, energy. And I was like, when he said that, I was like, I was like, thank you, sir.
To the program to begin with.
Yeah.
So Gabe did like Gabe did an accelerated fire academy?
Kinda. It's like you so like it's basically like you don't need all this like degree stuff that I'm doing. I'm just doing this degree which will help me once I get into a department. It'll help me promote faster, and it also gives me a couple different classes that people choose to do afterwards once they're hired with the department. I just chose to do it early because, I mean, honestly, it just sounded like better, like having all those like classes and things, just like notches on your belt, basically.
Probably one of the biggest like fears when it comes to emotions is that vulnerability part, you know, opening up as the world sees men as, you know, as a comparison. They're like so fucking superhero, you know, they're supposed to be strong. They're supposed to be emotionless. They're supposed to be leaders. They're supposed to be, you know, the go-to in life. And, you know, I've always been scared to open up because, you know, because of that vulnerability being used as a weapon towards against you, you know, especially with a lot of people, you know. So that's always been a big thing when it comes to emotions for me.
That's real. I mean, I'm a person, I held it in for years, bro, for years. And I feel like, you know, when you hold things in, it's like you're a ticking bomb. Eventually you blow up, and a lot of people end up blowing up on themselves. And that's like the absolute worst case scenario. So honestly, I'd rather be seen as a weak man than blow up on myself. Right. So what are you looking to do to expand on that, to answer the question mark?
It's crazy that you talk about this, because I'm trying to like my circle. I feel like the circle is very important, and like what I put into my circle, the people I surround myself with, the daily activities or things that I do, like that's very important. And I can't build a good circle, a healthy circle, if the circle is not healthy itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what I've been working on lately. And I had to cut off a couple friends, couple people I used to talk to, or like you could say entertain, which is not a good thing.
I've actually had this thing that I've thought for a little while now. I don't know. I never feel like I'm like, this is going to sound pretty bad to say, but like, I just feel like I'm not a memorable person to other people.
Okay. So expand on that. Like, does that matter to you?
I don't know. Like the reason I say that is because like people will remember me that I didn't think would remember me. Like at old jobs, they'll come to me like, "Yo, Alex, what's up, man?" And I won't even like, I won't have a clue who they are. And then like, I'll feel so bad because it just surprises me that like people outside of like my friends actually remember me.
Why? Like, what makes you?
I don't know.
I know. Like, for example, like when we work together, people would say like, "You just be there for real."
Yeah.
Is that like?
That's honestly like, I don't know. Like maybe that's just like
the reason why.
That's how I feel. Like I just feel like people, like I've been told by multiple people like that's not true, but I'm just like, dude, like I don't know. I just can't shake that idea out of my head. Like
I took Shorty on a date the other day.
I didn't even know you worked there, dude.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but I worked there just as fast as I didn't, though. That's the thing. Okay. Because so I finished the summer job. I was making big boy money. This is like going into junior year. So I was like, shit, let me not work because I got big boy money saved up. And my big boy money went to big boy empty pockets. Found myself working at the taco place at the
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's where I crashed my first LS. And then I was only making like 13. I needed more chicken. My boy Brian, he put me on. He was a cook over there. He put me on as a cook too. Went on a 2-week vacation that I told him about, like when I got hired, and they never scheduled me back.
It's crazy.
And like I was cool with everybody. It was just the boss. She didn't fuck with me, but
so you could do this and that, right?
Yeah.
But if you turn to salvation, and your heart is in the right place, you'll be saved.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like, but like, what triggered that?
I would say like when I got to the point where I wasn't feeling happy. Okay. And I had to sit back and like you said, I went to scripture too. Man, I did my daily reading and stuff. And, you know, I read the words that sticks out to me. And one of those is like the right people. Well, I mean, like Proverbs is talking about the wicked a lot. And they talk about like the bad wisdom and the good wisdom. And like, dang, like what fruit am I really planting around me? Like who is really around me? Like, is that good or is it just a temporary thing that's not going to help me advance, you know?
Okay.
So, yeah. That's what I would say.
for your success.
I remember it was new student experience.
Oh my God.
It was making the final project was either you could act out like your profession, or you could like present a video. And I made the video on how I became a millionaire by dropping out of college. Mind you, it was crazy because I went right after this girl. Mind you, she was 16 in the class. She was doing rolled. I was also 16, but like we were different 16s.
Different mentality.
She was like medical head. She was talking like, so in her presentation she was like, yeah, I got my doctorate, I did this and that, 12 years of school, I was a surgeon, whatever. And then my dumb ass gets up in there.
Motherfucker in college talking about I dropped out of college.
So then I was like this, I was smiling, I just played the video. Yeah.
If a motherfucker, let's think about it like this, bro. Like, let's say, so it's just $10 game, right?
Yeah.
Fucking all the Kardashians are playing it, right? So yeah, everyone's gonna buy the $10 game, but now the fucking Kardashians are talking about this exclusive skin. Now everyone wants that skin, but the developers, like an NFT, they only make like 1,000 of that skin. Yeah. And you see now because all the Kardashians want it, that shit's gonna be worth something. Yeah. You feel me? Like if you want to think about this like Siege, you know, Ash is the most famous operator. Let's be real. Like if motherfuckers start hopping on their knees for I don't know, let's Clash, because nobody's going crazy for Clash. She's a shield operator, bro. If people all of a sudden start playing her like stupid, then everyone's gonna want to play her. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna want skins for her. Then R6 Marketplace things for her is gonna go up in price just like Ash's. You feel me? Yeah. All her gun skins, everything Ash's money. So that's just supply and demand, bro. Like that's honestly that's something that I would do if I was famous. I would definitely promote like small businesses.
I just hope you know that you're doing good. Like out of anything from human being to human being, I really hope you know you're doing good.
No, I appreciate it.
I know that, and not just that. I've heard so many good things lately. So as a brother, like I hope you understand. Like genuinely hope you understand that you're doing good and that I see a lot for you. Right?
I really appreciate it because, you know, especially with day-to-day life and shit, you don't see it yourself. You know, you feel all that pressure and stress is on your shoulders. You know, you're just dealing with it as it comes. And to get that, you know, that acknowledgement, especially from like the closest ones around you, like I feel like we've become close the last couple months. And, you know, I really appreciate that, bro. Cause like I said, it feels like a lot of it goes unrecognized. And even myself, bro, you don't even see how far you've really come and how much work you've really put into. Cause, you know, you're still not where you are at your end goal. But like you said, bro, this shit's not a sprint. It's not a mile, bro. This shit is a marathon, bro. Yeah.
Most people fall in love quite a few times in their lives.
Well then, how can you tell when you're really in love?
If you're ever feeling down, the number one cheat code to not being sad, not being low energy, not being all depressed is the sun. Go outside, get you some sun. Someone out there, I'm so sure, is going to listen to you. And if you feel like, I hope that you can find the courage to open up. You're not weak, all right? You are not weak at all. There's nothing. Honestly, the strongest thing you could do is open up about your problems. It takes so much courage. I know how much it takes, man. I can't say I understand what anyone behind the screen is going through, but just know that you are not alone in this battle.